The Umayyad Caliphate was one of the largest and most important civilizations in early Islamic history. It ruled a vast area stretching from Spain in the west to parts of India and Central Asia in the east. The Umayyads played a key role in turning Islam from a small regional faith into a world civilization. Their rule lasted from the year 661 to 750 CE. During this time, they built strong governments, powerful armies, great cities, and lasting cultural traditions. This explanation tells the story of the Umayyad Caliphate in simple English, step by step, so it is easy to understand. The story of the Umayyads begins after the death of the Prophet Muhammad in 632 CE. After his death, Muslims were led by rulers called caliphs, meaning successor. The first four caliphs are known as the rightly guided caliphs. They were Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, and Ali. These early caliphs expanded Muslim rule beyond Arabia and laid the foundations of Islamic government. However, disagreements grew among Muslims about leadership, justice, and power. These tensions eventually led to civil war. One of the most important figures in this period was Ali ibn Abi Talib, the cousin and son-in-law of the Prophet Muhammad. Ali became caliph in 656 CE, but his rule was challenged. One of his main opponents was Muawiyah I, the governor of Syria, and a member of the powerful Umayyad family. Muawiyah accused Ali of failing to punish those responsible for the killing of the previous caliph Uthman. This disagreement led to fighting between Muslims. After Ali was assassinated in 661 CE, Muawiyah became the new caliph. This marked the beginning of the Umayyad Caliphate. Muawiyah moved the capital of the empire to Damascus, a well-developed city in Syria. This decision changed Islamic history. For the first time, the caliphate became a hereditary monarchy, meaning power passed from father to son. This was very different from the earlier system, where leaders were chosen by agreement among important Muslims. Muawiyah I ruled wisely and carefully. He focused on building strong administration and maintaining peace. He allowed local leaders to stay in power as long as they accepted Umayyad authority and paid taxes. He also built a powerful navy, which helped Muslims challenge the Byzantine Empire in the Mediterranean Sea. Under Muawiyah, the Umayyad state became stable and well-organized. After Muawiyah's death in 680 CE, his son, Yazid, became caliph. This caused anger among many Muslims who believed leadership should not be inherited. One of the most tragic events in Islamic history happened during Yazid's rule, the Battle of Karbala. In this battle, Husayn ibn Ali, the grandson of the Prophet Muhammad, was killed. This event deeply divided Muslims and led to the lasting split between Sunni and Shia Islam. The Umayyads were seen by many as worldly rulers who cared more about power than justice. Despite opposition, the Umayyad Caliphate continued to grow. Umayyad armies expanded Islamic rule at an incredible speed. In the east, Muslim forces reached Persia, Central Asia, and parts of India. In the west, they crossed North Africa and entered Europe. In 711 CE, Umayyad forces crossed into the Iberian Peninsula and defeated the Visigoth kingdom. This led to the creation of Muslim rule in Al-Andalus, which included much of modern-day Spain and Portugal. One of the greatest Umayyad caliphs was Abd al-Malik ibn Marwan, who ruled from 685 to 705 CE. He strengthened the empire after years of civil war. Abd al-Malik made Arabic the official language of government, replacing Greek and Persian. This helped unify the empire and spread Arab Islamic culture. He also introduced a new Islamic coinage system, which replaced Byzantine and Persian coins and showed Islamic beliefs. Abd al-Malik is also remembered for building the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. This beautiful building is one of the oldest surviving Islamic monuments. It showed the power, wealth, and confidence of the Umayyad state. It also helped define Islamic art and architecture for future generations. After Abd al-Malik, his son al-Walid I continued the empire's expansion. During his rule, Umayyad armies reached their greatest size. Major cities, mosques, and roads were built. One of the most famous buildings from this time is the Umayyad Mosque in Damascus. It became a model for later mosques across the Muslim world. The Umayyad government was highly organized. The caliph was the supreme ruler, but he depended on governors, judges, tax collectors, and army commanders. Provinces were ruled by governors who answered directly to the caliph. Taxes were collected from both Muslims and non-Muslims. Non-Muslims, mainly Christians and Jews, were allowed to practice their religion freely as people of the book, but they had to pay a special tax called jizya. The Umayyads favored Arabs over non-Arab Muslims, especially in the early years. Arab Muslims often received higher pay and better positions. Non-Arab converts to Islam, known as Mawali, were sometimes treated unfairly and still had to pay taxes. This caused resentment and anger among many people in the empire, especially Persians and other non-Arab groups. Despite these problems, the Umayyad period was a time of great cultural exchange. Greek, Persian, Egyptian, and Indian knowledge entered the Islamic world. Cities became centers of learning, trade, and craftsmanship. Roads connected distant regions, making trade easier. Goods like silk, spices, gold, glass, and books moved across the empire. Islam spread widely during the Umayyad period, but not always by force. Many people converted because of social and economic benefits, and because they were inspired by Islamic teachings. Arabic language and Islamic customs became common across a vast area, creating a shared civilization. However, opposition to the Umayyads continued to grow. Many Muslims criticized them for living luxurious lives and ignoring Islamic values of equality and justice. Shia Muslims opposed them because of their treatment of the Prophet's family. Non-Arab Muslims were unhappy with discrimination. Some Arab tribes also felt excluded from power. By the mid-700s, a powerful movement began in the eastern provinces of the empire. This movement supported the family of the Prophet and promised fair treatment for all Muslims. It was led by the Abbasid family, who claimed descent from the Prophet's uncle. This movement gained support from Persians, Shia Muslims, and unhappy Arabs. In 750 CE, the Umayyad Caliphate was defeated by the Abbasid forces at the Battle of the Zab River. The Abbasids took power and moved the capital to Baghdad. Most members of the Umayyad family were killed to prevent rebellion. This marked the end of the Umayyad Caliphate in the Middle East. However, the Umayyad story did not end completely. One Umayyad prince, Abd al-Rahman I, escaped to Spain. There, he established the Umayyad Emirate of Cordoba in 756 CE. This state later became the Caliphate of Cordoba, and turned Al-Andalus into one of the most advanced societies in Europe, famous for learning, tolerance, and culture. The Umayyads left a lasting legacy. They created one of the world's largest empires of their time. They established Arabic as a global language. They shaped Islamic government, architecture, and culture. Even though they were criticized for their rule, their achievements cannot be ignored. In conclusion, the Umayyad Caliphate was a powerful and complex civilization. It rose out of conflict, expanded rapidly, and ruled a vast and diverse population. It built cities, roads, mosques, and institutions that shaped Islamic history. Its successes and failures both taught important lessons. The Umayyads helped transform Islam into a world civilization whose influence is still felt today.